right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick market update. And if you have been paying attention, you'll see that there was a huge rout today, but it's not anything to be really concerned about. We have been talking about correction for a long time, especially when things go up without any sort of pullback or correction, especially when really powerful trends like we've had in the indices for a while now. So this is exactly what we anticipated. Now the question is, once the market settle, where is it going to close? That's the really big million. Show you just briefly here where we are now, and then I'll give you a heads up as far as something going to be starting off next week. Okay, so here we go. The down right now, it's down $739, and it's been down big like this all day. We have the E-mini S&P 500 down 118 and a quarter points. We have the NASDAQ 100 down 508, and we have the Russell down 79.2 points. This is huge moves. Then we have gold negative, down $2.70 an ounce, and we have silver up about 12 at $28.60. Gold is at $24.77. It did out at $22.50. We have 2005. Ethereum futures down 128, 30.27. The euro right now is up 27 pips at 109.34, and pound sterling up 78 pips at 128.12. And of course, we have the Aussie up 27 pips at 65.26. Now, dollar index is down a full right now, down 120 pips, trading at 103.21. So that is what's given the fuel. And when you see the dollar down this heavy, of course, it's going to the cross, and that's what you see happening right now. So as we switch gears, we're going into the final minutes of trading, and we're not necessarily seeing a pickup into the selling going to the close yet. We got 10 minutes to go. Anything can happen, but we're not seeing that acceleration. So take a quick look at what we might be seeing, especially when the markets reopen on Sunday. Right. Waiting for it down. Okay. Now, all right. So here's where we are now. I'll start off with our first. Okay. All right. So here is the Dow. As we talked about right now, it's down 735 points. It was almost 1,000 points earlier during the trading session, and say we haven't accelerated to the yet. Minutes of the books never know good very well into the close. Computer is very slow right now. Right, you should do this screen now. All right, sorry about that, folks. Unstable internet connection there. All right, so let's go back to where we were. We were looking at what we could anticipate as being where the markets will start off. Okay, so closes are very important, as you know. This here is the Dow futures. Okay, this bar right here is today's bar. This is what we have done today. So you did see the break. But one thing you should notice is that you have a bearish trend momentum reading. And so it makes sense for the market to head down the way that it is right now with that acceleration, right? So we anticipate that. And the acceleration is, picking up. Slowly but surely it is, taking out key support levels. Now, down here, once we get to that 33,000 mark, all right, that is going to be rather significant as well. Just give me one quick second here. I always have to do this. I always forget to do it before I go live. Let's fix the side here. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so we fixed the scaling now. Okay, so right here, as you can see, is that 39.5 level and then 39,000 down here. So you have like a 500 point air cushion 39,000. All right, so you still have several hundred points of cushion before things really fall apart. So the question is, are we going to see another bar like this on Monday? That's the real question. And as long as we have a bearish trend momentum reading, the answer is absolutely. All right, that's what happens when you're in sell mode like this. Okay, so markets will continue to do what they do, and we're not, we're not taken aback by that, not even a little bit. We anticipate these things. We expect these things to happen. So, the acceleration to the downside is real. So will we get another bar like this on Monday? Depending on how we close today, yeah. And we only have 6 minutes left. So this is looking like we're going to have a continuation come Monday. We've got a bearish trend momentum reading there. All right. So you see during the bullish trend momentum reading, you had a real big run up, right? The last bearish trend momentum reading had a nice huge sell off. The prior bullish one, there you go. So we continue to have these situations, and that's what we expect as we're getting further into the toward the end of the summer, the final month here of August. So that's your Dow. Okay, now I know some people say, well, that's just the Dow. It's not really the S&P or the NASDAQ or the Russell or what have you. And I get that. I get that. I do. But you have to look at the overall representation of things. All right, I'm going to show you something else too. Let's see. All right. I don't know if I can get this to come up. My internet connection has been spotty at best, and things are working a little slow. But let's see if I can get it to do what I want it to do here. Okay. All right. And again, things are just a little slow. All right, here we go with that. All right, so let's take a look at how things are shaping up. So as you can see here, we have the short S&P, the long Aussie, and the short NASDAQ 100 futures. Okay, that's what we're holding right now. You can see the ticker up here. So pretty decent day, right? Now I would have liked to have been also short the Dow, and I would have liked to have been short the S&P as well, but I was not able to catch those. Um, for those that are not aware, we're still doing the fundraiser, all right, to help with the medicals. Um, if you really are benefiting from the content that we have here, and you want to continue to receive and see this content, we do need your support. All right. I've included the Cash App and the PayPal and Zelle information. You can donate, whatever you feel led to do in your heart. We're trying to reach our goals so that we can continue to move forward. There are a lot of things going on. Not going to get into all the particulars, to just know that the medical side of things has been very, very challenging. So it's remaining healthy and trying to avoid certain things. Um, this is just where we are. So if you really feel blessed by the content and you would like for us to continue doing this, then we do need your support. I want to say thank you to those who have already donated this week and given toward the cause. We really do appreciate that. But still a lot more is needed. So if you have not already done so, please look at I did put it in the chat and also in the description of the video. All right. So the family thanks you. I thank you. And we will continue to bring you up-to-date information so that you can be well aware of what's going on out there in the world. All right, now going back to the charts, let's take a look here at, I want to pull up gold. Let's take a look at gold real quick. All right, so, let's do this. Hopefully the screen can come up a lot faster this time. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're having, okay, there we go. Try this one more time. All right, here we go. All right. And here is the closing bell. Market pulled back just a little bit. It didn't accelerate into the close, but nevertheless was still here. All right, now here is where you can see gold just shot straight on up. And that's exactly what we expected to happen, because when the dollar is pulling back the way it has today, it is a boon for commodities, right? And right now, gold is acting not just like a commodity, but it's acting like a currency as well. So you can see how it shot all the way up here to that 2,500 mark, and it's just been straight up. All right. And you have the bullish trend momentum reading. So that is to be expected as well. The only thing is here, the divergence right now. You have gold up, but the momentum indication is diverging. It's doing the opposite. It's been bearish and it's trying to turn up, but it hasn't even turned up yet. So this is also very telling, very interesting. Sometimes you do have that divergence within the indicator, and then the markets catch up, and then the markets sell off. So yeah, this is an interesting dynamic for sure. Um, all things being equal, we expect continuation patterns next week into the direction of the trend momentum readings. Okay. So we expect gold to be up. We expect the stock indices to be down. because that is where the markets closed. Now, it looks like we have put in also some pointers, whether they be bearish pointers and or bullish pointers. So we'll definitely be taking that into consideration as well. So I wanted to point those things out to you too. And that's what we're seeing right now. So I think that when Sunday night rolls around, it could get rather interesting. As you note, also, things tend to jump off over the weekend as far as the global political uh, media, and it just always seems to do that on a Friday. So we'll see. We'll see how this impacts things on Sunday. Now I'm holding my positions until Sunday. All right, I'm gonna hold them until Sunday when the markets open, and then we'll review and see how things move. But as of now, there is no reason to take any profits just yet, as this looks like this could be the beginning of the sell-off. In other words, we haven't even seen the sell-off yet. But I also believe that once the sell-off is done, as we get closer to election night, I think the market will rally if we get a Trump victory, just the same way it did um, the first time he got in office in 2016. All right, so you can see here with the head fake, the market gave a rally alert, and then the market came down on your NASDAQ 100. So this is very impactful because it looked like the market was putting in a short-term bottom only to reverse and take out the support lows and give you a bearish trend momentum reading. So yeah, markets tend to do that at major turning points. So this day only served as a setup for the next leg down. And that's exactly what we saw, the next leg down. So a very interesting turn of events. And to be sure, very interesting turn of events. All right, so we'll see where we go from here. Um, I think that when you have all four indices pointing down, moving in the same direction, that's a very powerful indicator in and of itself. And I think that's what the markets were waiting for, because remember, we were having divergences between the Russell and the rest of the market. And then the Russell finally caught up to the rest of the market. And now we're selling off. And, we had a similar, that was reminding me of what we saw in 2008. All of 2007, the S&P, Russell, and Dow futures rallied to new contract highs into the financial crisis, while the NASDAQ 100 was not participating at all. And we see, something reminiscent of that. We saw that this week. Now, this is your Russell. See, the Russell was late to catch up, and then it consolidated all up in here, right? And then it head faked and rallied, and then just proceeded to collapse. So this is what we expect. So I think we have more downside coming. We got a bearish trend momentum reading, and I think it's going to continue to put pressure and strain on the market. And then you can see here too, the momentum is also turning downward. Now it's not a sharp turn, but it is a downturn nonetheless, just like you did back here. All right, so yeah, interesting turn of events for the markets for sure. And now the question will be, where does the market go from here? That's what we don't know. That's the $1 million question. I think the answer is down. I mean, just look at how much the market has fallen already. This is very telling. So, yeah, I think we're going to continue to see some fireworks. It's going to continue to be interesting, um, but you just have to be ready for it. All right. So, you figure this right here, it's giving back all of this last move. All right. We've given it all back. And wow. Yeah, that's what we're saying right now. This is definitely a wild ride and a wow moment. All right, so um, another thing I wanted to show you real quick was, um, hold on, the silver market, because I've been watching that one as well, and it's kind of been doing its own thing, not really tracking with gold very well. It's always been the weaker sister, but when it wakes up, it has the potential to become exceedingly powerful. And that's kind of what everyone's been waiting for, to see if that's going to take place. People want to know, is that going to take place? And I have to say right now, we just don't know the answer to that question. It was looking like silver was going to go and make a run at the old highs, but then something happened. You started flip flopping, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Excuse me. And now here we are after all the flip floppage. Here's the market, and it's chosen to fall down. Still a lot of flip floppage, but again, market falling down. So take a look at where you've fallen from. And silver's just going in a total opposite direction from gold right now. Not really benefiting from gold at all. It's gone its own way. Silver has gone its own way. All right. So who knows? Maybe some kind of report will come out, but it's going to take a story, I think, to get silver to do something. It's going to take reading for silver, and we have a bullish trend momentum reading for gold. So um, that's going to be interesting to see where the markets decide to go from here. All right, so this is where we are right now, folks. Based on what the markets did today and this week, looks like these closes today are going to be solidified, and we can expect more of the same come Sunday night. All right, folks. So that's all we got. It was a wild day, that's for sure, and a very fun day if you were shorting the U.S. stock indices. All right. So, and that's what we like to do. We like to, um, you know, enjoy ourselves and being on the right side of these markets. And you don't have to trade a million different things. All you have to do is just focus on the core essentials, and you'll have more than enough fireworks. All right, um, at your discretion, because that's what I do. I follow the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq, the Russell, and the micro FX, such as the Aussie, the Euro, and the pound sterling. Then, of course, gold and silver, and sometimes crude oil. But that's all you really need. You don't need to get, All right. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to donate. This is our fundraiser, and we're going to do this until we reach our goals, because I want to continue to bring you the most up to date and pinpoint accurate information. The reports have been on point, and we will continue to make sure that the reports are on point. And That's what's just what we do here. Not a lot of bells and whistles, but just good, solid content to help people um, in these very difficult times. And I thank you. I appreciate you that you say you've been following since Charlie McGrath. Yeah, the late great Charlie McGrath. He was a really good brother, and he is very much missed. We had some wonderful, wonderful broadcasts together, and I do miss him very much. And I wish him and his family the best. I know he is no longer suffering. I know he was sick um, leading up to the end, kind of like what I'm going through as well. But I'm fighting the good fight, and I am determined to beat this. All right. So, but I need help in order to do it. Like I said, not get into too much of the specifics, but just know that your boy Algo Capitalist is a fighter. All right. And we're gonna get through this. All right. We'll get through it together. And looking forward to some amazing content and making a point to be on point in these markets, because I think this is going to be a very powerful end of the year for us as traders. There are going to be some wonderful opportunities, and I can't wait to continue to grab them with full vigor. So, if you are not a subscriber to the Pulsewave reports, do yourself a favor and go to pulsewavetrading.com and sign up for these powerful reports, man, because they tell you what the market's going to do before the market does it. And there's nothing else like it on the planet. Even if we are wrong in our prognosis of the direction of the market, the system is designed so that you can still make money even if you're wrong. And that's the most powerful part, is waking up in the morning to see the overnight fills that you got. And it's just a wonderful thing. I know I came into this morning very happy when I woke up this morning and I saw that my two shorts in the Nasdaq had went off and in the Russell. So yeah, man. These are wonderful, wonderful times. So with that being said, like I said, the Cash App and PayPal and Zelle are listed here. Please don't forget to donate so that we can get through the crisis together. And with that being said, remember, the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And on that note, I am out. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace.